got no shame. Trying to build these figures. Headquarters left, he ain't gone, he's still with us. Not in the physical, through us he live. I can see him with Big L Pun.
The 2K Sports pregame show.
Hello, everybody. Ernie Johnson here alongside Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. Welcome to the NBA on 2K Sports. And coming up in just a bit, tip-off will be live from Oakland as the Warriors go up against the Toronto Raptors. Checking out Toronto, they're looking to come out strong and make their mark early. They have to look at this game as a great opportunity to do just that. Well, as we know, the value of great outside shooting perhaps never higher than it is right now. Kenny, in your mind, who are the premier shooters in the game?
I'll tell you, it's obvious that the Splash Brothers, Steph Curry, Klay Thompson, top two guys shooting the basketball. Kyle Korver's right up there. An undervalued, underrated shooter, Carmelo Anthony.
Stop it. You name Carmelo before you name Dirk Nowitzki, before you name Damian Lillard, before you name Kevin Durant. I'll even put Jose Calderon.
Oh, you're kidding me. Over
Carmelo, yes, all day, every day.
Carmelo?
Yes.
Give me a shooting contest, Jose versus Carmelo. I'm taking Carmelo every night.
You set it up. Jose, what's up, Papi?
May 23rd, Shaq.
May 23rd.
Let's go down to Kevin Harlan.
Shot of the west span of the Bay Bridge. What a terrific view. We've got basketball at Oracle Arena, the home of the Warriors in Oakland, California. Live on 2K Sports. And here it comes, the NBA on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan, and here with me tonight, Greg Anthony, Clark Kellogg, and Doris Burke reporting from the sideline. And so off the tip, it's Toronto. Now a chance, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. The starting five on the floor. So for Toronto right now, we've got Kawhi Leonard. Marc Gasol is out there with Ibaka. Then there's Lowry, and it's Green in at the two.
And for Kyle Lowry, a guy who just has an unbelievable nose for the basketball, the triple-double comes naturally to him now. Top 10 in the league the past 2 seasons. In his short time with the Raptors, he's already their career leader in that category.
Now, here is Ibaka. Offline from the top of the key. Outside Durant. And he jams it with authority.
Good, just like soup. A little more ferocious, though.
Okay, Clark approves, everybody.
Yeah, but that's how you finish strong. Young fella's wearing the rim out.
Getting back to Kyle Lowry, the reason he's always a triple-double threat, Clark, because of his great work on the glass for a guard. Tough, strong, relentless, and committed to getting rebounds.
Dwayne Casey, he told me he's a fan of Andre Iguodala, especially the way he's developed his outside shot. He said that was one weakness. He could do everything else, pass, handle, and finish. And boy, what a defender. But now that he's developed that jump shot, there are really no weaknesses in his game. Guys, that makes it awfully tough to deal with a guy who can impact the game in that many ways. Back to you.
Great. Thanks for the report, Doris. We're just about 2 minutes into the first quarter. Now, here's Lowry. He kicks it to Green. Here's Leonard. From 16 feet away, he cans it. Leonard's got his first points of the game. Warriors have gone 2 for 4 from the field so far today. Curry against Lowry. Here's Durant. Out to Thompson. A free ball. The basket good off the assist from Durant. And that's now 6 points for Klay Thompson.
You know, Dwayne Casey was once a player at Kentucky, took me and hosted me on my recruiting visit at Kentucky back in 1979. Actually got his coaching start at the school as well.
Golden State's gone 2 or 3 from deep so far in this game. Curry against Lowry. Outside Curry. Here's Durant, and it is flushed down with a nice jam.
How about the head of steam he's able to generate right there and just gets to the rack really easy.
The Raptors have gotten 4 of 6 field goal attempts to drop in the first quarter. And there's the feed to Green. Inside. Here's Gasol. Almost, but it rolls out.
That's exactly how you have to defend him. He's a guy that the D needs to be aware of at all times.
And we're just over 3.5 minutes into the first quarter. Durant for 3, and another 3 for Golden State.
And it looks like he might just be on his A game today, Clark.
Lowry against Curry. Lowry passes to Gasol. That one falls. His second basket of the game. He's now 2 for 3.
And he's starting to get what he wants here early and often. Nice move.
Lowry against Curry. 1:51 left to play in the first quarter. 6 to shoot. Down low. Here's Durant. Can't get it to go. Great D that time from Green. Raptors trail by 3. And he lobs it up toward the rim. And Ibaka slams it in.
And when you look at Serge Ibaka, it's amazing how methodically he's worked on his shooting. I mean, it seems like every year his range extends another couple of feet. He now has one of the best mid-range jumpers in the game. And that has obviously opened up the offense for everyone else.
And the Warriors decide to take their first time out here. Getting back to Ibaka, he entered the league primarily as a dunker. Cut to last season, he's shooting over 3 threes a game, Clark.
And that was an objective that he wanted to pursue going into last season for his development and his team's progress. But that also helped drop his overall field goal percentage below 50.
And the Warriors with a completely new 5 on the floor. A new group in now for the Raptors. Monroe's checked in for Gasol. C.J. Miles comes in for Serge Ibaka. He's checked in for Daniel Green. And it's Jeremy Lin in for Kyle Lowry. Now here's West. Feeds it to Livingston. The shot's good on the assist by West.
I love how he establishes his post position inside before he converts.
Pass to Miles. He feeds it to Powell. There's the pick. There's the dish to Lin. Leonard sets a screen for Lin, and the shot is good.
Perfect screen there. Set him up with a terrific look.
Yeah, I like the fact that the setup was good, the screen was solid, but you also have to look at the fact that the defender didn't do his job as well as he could have.
Here is Caspi. Picked by West. And Caspi kicks it to West. Here's Pachulia. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
Another nice bucket down low. They've really been able to work the ball into the post effectively so far.
Yeah, and I think we're going to see them operating a lot of their offense from the interior today.
Here's Caspi, and he goes strong with the one-handed jam.
Well, that's why they're on the lead. Aggressive play at both ends. Very nicely done there.
Absolutely. They make the steal, pay dividends instantly on the fast break.
Here's Powell. 1 second separating the shot clock and game clock. And Leonard gets it to go.
Boy, this game is off to a flying start.
Yeah, we're seeing some high-octane offense from both sides in this one.
Here's Pachulia. He got it up in time, but it wouldn't fall for him. Plenty of offense in this closely contested first quarter of play. Warriors lead by 3. And we'll be back in just a moment with the start of the second quarter. Kevin Durant, former MVP, still feels like he has room to grow, and he gives us some insight into that philosophy.
I think it's another level I can go to. You know, always can be better. That's how I look at things. Teammates need me more than ever now. Coaches need more from me, so I got to dig deep and see where I can find it from.
Well, the will seems to be there, Greg, but Kevin Durant seems surrounded by uncertainty. Can he get that and stay healthy for the entire season? How does he work with his new coach? Where does he really want to be?
You know, the truth is, no one but Kevin knows the answers to those questions. And quite frankly, he may not know right now what those answers are. He's a very unique and introspective kind of guy, as we all saw when he accepted that MVP award a couple of years ago. So let's just stay tuned on this one.
And so far, it's been a closely contested game as we get the second quarter up and going. Now let's take a moment to get your guys' take on the scoring so far for the Warriors.
Guys, they are dialed in from beyond right now. They didn't waste any time getting into a groove in this game.
Also, what passing we've seen from them here early. I mean, there could be a big number in the assist column if this keeps up.
Against the Splash Brothers, Curry and Thompson at the guard spots. Durant is out there with Green, and it's Iguodala in at the small forward. So that's the group out there for Golden State. One of the most dominant players in 2014 was Kevin Durant, of course, winning the league MVP. Then last year, cut short. We know that he's now on a mission to get back to that level. And Greg, it's hard.
Yeah, you know, it all came down to health for Kevin Durant. And at this point in his career, I mean, he's got the maturity. He's developed the skill set. He's just got to stay on the court. And really, when you talk about the game of basketball, the rest will take care of itself.
And the Warriors with possession here. The Raptors getting the bucket. Back to Curry. Green with a screen on Wright. Curry with it. Now Wright defender. Here's Green. Another shot. The shot will not go. Good work defensively by Monroe. The Raptors have gone 1 of 3 to start out the second quarter. And here's Miles outside. That's no good. Misses his first shot of the night. The Warriors lead. Outside Curry. On the wing, Thompson. Pass to Durant. Fades away. And the Warriors miss again.
Very dangerous to leave a guy like that open. Lucky break there for the D.
Screen by Monroe. Off the screen. That's good on the jump shot. Monroe's got his first basket.
Great job of utilizing that screen and finding space to knock down the jumper. Good basketball.
There's a good screen. And Curry, here we go. At the elbow, Green. And fouled hard that time. He'll get to the line and shoot two. They get Marcus Gasol. Last season, Draymond Green taking over the starting power forward role in Golden State. Last season, David Lee was injured, remember, in preseason. Green was inserted. And he's been terrific ever since.
Absolutely superb. A former second-round pick. His emergence has fueled this team's rise to greatness.
That's good from Green.
And I really have always felt Draymond Green was one of those unique players. I mean, he's kind of a tweener in terms of that small forward, power forward at only 6'7". But he's got toughness. The long arms enable him to defend bigger guys. And also the basketball IQ. You can never discount the importance of understanding what you're doing when you're on the floor.
Room service delivery right there, fellas. Wonderful entry feed.
The Warriors trailing. Here in the second quarter, about 3 minutes played. Durant against Green. Durant kicks to Thompson. Just 5 to shoot. 14 feet away. They get it again.
No doubt he's struggling right now from the field. Let's see if he can get it going in this quarter.
And so he draws the foul on the shot. A trip to the line to shoot two.
And with Draymond Green, he can defend inside. He can cover on the perimeter. I mean, his versatility at both ends of the floor also a huge asset. And you can't have a higher basketball IQ than he does. It really helps him excel at all facets of the game.
Looking at who's out there now for the Warriors. Pachulia, he's checked in for Green. Hesby comes in for Kevin Durant. And it's Livingston in for Thompson. Here's Looney. That drops, and it comes off the assist from Livingston.
I'm not sure who was supposed to be on him that possession. I mean, apparently, neither did the defender.
Screen by Ibaka. Lowry drives in. It's blocked. Here is Livingston. Pass to Caspi. And lots of contact there. Missing the shot. He'll shoot two.
And the Raptors have been talking about changing things up in the logo department for a while. Finally, we get a chance to see the new logo this season.
As you said, the Raptors with the new logo this year, Greg. Good-looking change, too, I think, Clark.
Yeah, I think it's subtle enough to not lose the continuity, but still feel fresh and new. I like that. That's a nice job of balancing the old with freshening up for the new.
And the Warriors making a change here. West is checked in, and then for Toronto. Powell, he's checked in for Jody Meeks. And it's Jeremy Lin in for Kyle Lowry. He hits the second from the line.
And really, the Warriors had an amazing regular season last year. Just from a historical standpoint, it was one of the best ever.
Golden State's gone 3 of 5 from beyond the arc so far tonight. Here is Livingston. This is to Casper. Left side, West. And the go-ahead bucket, no good. And for the Warriors last year, they would end the season with 67 wins. That number, Clark, tying for the 6th best win total in NBA history.
And my guess is only a few people saw it coming. I mean, as the season wore on, it became more and more apparent that the Warriors were for real, but it took a while for people to accept that fact.
How about battling through the impact there and then willing that basketball in?
Boy, it does your heart good to see that kind of determination in a player. Really excellent focus that time.
Young's checked in for Leandro Barbosa. And a moment now to quickly take a look at the offensive approach for the Raptors.
A lot of success from mid-range so far for them, guys. If nothing else works, they can always fall back on the jump shot.
Yeah, also something I like out of them so far, they're throwing their bodies around in the paint, and the physicality is taking its toll.
Now here's Pachulia. Here's the screen. And Young, here we go. That's good.
What a play there, the hoop plus the harm.
Yeah, great concentration there, Greg. Hung in there. He didn't let that contact throw him off at all. Stayed focused on the rim, knew he was going to get hit, and still was able to finish.
And guys, it looked like Nick Young had finally put it all together. I mean, he had a huge campaign 2 years ago, signs a new 4-year deal. Then last year, disaster strikes. I mean, he provided very little to the team outside of shooting the basketball. And even with that, he dropped to a career worst, 37% from the field.
Here's Powell. Outside, Green. Leonard kicks to Green. From the baseline. That's good, and it's Leonard with the assist. And the Raptors lead by 3. Well, Greg, getting back to Young, it's tough to completely judge him on last year's numbers because he was fighting through knee injuries, ankle injuries, all kinds of things. Clark, they only played 42 games.
Yeah, but when he's right, he can light it up. I mean, he's a go-to scorer, but he just never got right last season.
Here is Livingston after Toronto picking up the basket just moments ago. West loses his man off the screen and lays it up and in.
Give an assist there, not for the pass, but for the solid screen set on the inside that freed him up and made the layup possible.
Here's Livingston. Oh, and he just knocked down the buzzer beater.
Nice shot there without a second to spare.
You know, as a defending team in that situation, it really irks you to give up a shot like that to close out the quarter. You know, oftentimes those end-of-quarter points can be the difference in a ball game.
And so it's a close game as we wrap up the first half of basketball. The Warriors on top. They're up by 1. And a chance now to send you over to Doris Burke standing by on the sideline. Doris?
Yes, Kevin, here with Stephen Curry. And Steph, you've had to deal with a lot of defensive pressure. What do you need to do to counteract that?
I just got to slow down. I mean, they're playing good defense, trying to trap the ball screens and take on a three-point line. But, you know, just got to be aggressive, keep getting shots up, making the right plays, and they'll turn around.
Steph, thank you so much. Kevin, it's not easy in the NBA.
All right, Doris, thank you. And stay with us, folks. We'll be back just after halftime to get the third quarter underway.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome back, everybody. Ernie Johnson here alongside Kenny Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. We'll be taking a look back at the first half of basketball. Golden State found themselves in a close game in the first. Their biggest lead during the opening period was 5. They were outscored by just a bit in the second quarter as they go into the break now holding just a 1-point advantage. Taking a look at the Warriors, Kenny, what'd you think?
Well, the reserves really came through when they needed a spark. This is a close game. Any points you can get from your bench are huge. I thought the bench guys came in and inserted themselves like they wanted a starting spot. And that's what you want. Subs who are ready to produce the moment they step on the floor.
Shaq, let's get your insight on Toronto.
They were really efficient, great approach offensively. Their shot selection was first rate. They were always working hard to get good looks. That can't change in the second half. They need to be just as well organized as they have been so far.
Well, that's all for now, as it looks like the second half is just about ready to get started. Enjoy the rest of the game.
Welcome back, everybody. The start of the second half getting underway. Both teams battling hard through the first half.
Leonard has been playing really well. He has 9 points and also a block shot.
the Warriors leading. And on the floor for Dwayne Casey starting the second half. We've got Ibaka. Lowry out there with Green. And it's Marc Gasol. And it's Leonard in at the three. Durant, no good.
Misfires again, and the ball just refuses to cooperate with him. It's a tough day so far.
Right side Gasol releases from 15. The shot is no good. And Golden State will come the other way.
And Marc Gasol surprising.
And that's a punch to the jaw. This game, as tight as it can be, and he pulls something off that we might not even see in the All-Star game, Kevin.
But Clark, I don't know that he planned it out too far in advance. That was one of those things that just happened.
I think it was premeditated.
I really don't. I think that he's one of those guys that just plays off of instinct, and they don't mind him making those kinds of plays, even in a close game.
And the highlight reel replay brought to you by Kia. Good stuff on that Kia Slam Cam. Here's Curry, following the score by Serge Ibaka. Offensive rebound. Durant, that's good.
I think they need to get much more disruptive defensively. They can't just keep allowing these easy baskets.
That's got to be job number one right now. Nothing easy on the inside.
Now, here's Gasol. He's got 6. Again, the miss by Gasol.
It's an unusual, surprising miss for him. Typically, he's good on those inside.
They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've had a number of empty ones, a long time without a basket.
They got to find something. You're right. It's stolen by Curry. Now here comes Durant all alone. And the shot by Iguodala.
And guys, that's a big swing right there. I mean, taking the steal and then turning it into 2 easy points on the dunk.
No telling how important that sequence could turn out to be.
And guys, in a game this snug, moments like that are the ones we usually look back on at the end as a difference maker.
And Gasol gets it to go.
Well, they certainly didn't have much of a problem getting the ball into the post that time.
Yeah, and that's important because this game may ultimately come down to which team controls the paint in crunch time.
Now a timeout called by Golden State.
And for Kyle Lowry, last season was full of milestones. First, he signs the big contract extension for 4 years. Then he earns his first ever All-Star selection. Unfortunately, didn't finish as strong with the postseason, but a terrific year.
Looney's checked in for Golden State. And then for Toronto, Greg Monroe. He's checked in for Ibaka. C.J. Miles comes in for Leonard. And it's Wright in for Green. Warriors leading by 3. And on the topic of Lowry, he became only the 3rd Toronto Raptor ever, Clark, to be voted into the All-Star game.
Yeah, you know, Bosch and Vinsanity, the other two. Lowry also participated in the All-Star Weekend Skills Challenge. Man, he's been outstanding as a point guard.
And a tenacious leader for the Raptors. Looney with the bucket.
How about the passing? They are moving the ball without any thought, without any individual agenda.
Yeah, and it's really fun to see that kind of unselfishness. Really hard not to appreciate all the assists they've racked up.
And Toronto has possession. The Warriors making the shot. And here we go with Thompson running it up the court. Golden State moving it around. No good from Durant.
Boy, with an open look like that, he is so gifted. Man, you've got to play better defense. Eventually, he's going to make you pay.
Yeah, you can see he's still in rhythm, even though he misses that one. Almost always deadly when he's that open.
And for C.J. Miles, he sure can string together a long line of threes under the league with a nice jump shot that has now become deadly.
Yeah, he doesn't get to the free throw line much, and he's not really much of a playmaker, but he's 3D in color. HD 3D.
Leandro Barbosa, he's checked in for Steph Curry. The Raptors also with a sub. Jody Meeks, he's checked in for Kyle Lowry. And Miles drops them both.
And talking about C.J. Miles, he was filthy last year. Indiana needed his spark offensively, especially without Paul George in the lineup. Miles responded by putting up career highs in points and minutes played. Just an unbelievable impact on the season.
Clock at 6. Outside Durant. Hits the front of the rim and out. Raptors trail by 3. Wright dishes to Meeks. The pass to Gasol. Shot left block. That's good. Basket number 5 on a 5-for-8 night shooting.
And for most every team out there, guys, they're looking for a guy like C.J. Miles. Decent size, natural movement skills that can absolutely shoot the lights out. Call him buckets, because that's elite performance.
Now here's Durant. He's got 9. And there's the 3-second violation.
And those are the kinds of mistakes that are magnified when we're talking about a game down the stretch.
Different look here for the Warriors. Pachulia, he's checked in for Draymond Green. West comes in for Looney. Young's checked in for Kevin Durant. And it's Livingston in for Thompson. Powell, he's checked in for Toronto. Jeremy Lin comes in for Wright. Here's Lin. He dishes it to Gasol. The basket good off the assist from Lin. And that's 12 points for Marc Gasol.
No doubt about the consistency when it comes to scoring the basketball for him tonight. A real nice lift for their offense.
There's the pick. Barbosa kicks to Livingston. West down low. Monroe on him. Here's Livingston. Well-placed jumper from the free throw line. Livingston's got 6. 7 lead changes now, and we're just in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, each side having a tough time staying in front.
Yeah, frustrating for a coach, but it's great to watch as a fan.
It's tipped, and he's able to get it back. Powell, the pass to Meeks, kicks it to Monroe. Goes back up. And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot.
And what a double-double machine Greg Monroe is becoming. Top 6 for power forwards last season. Top 5 for centers. And his game is only continuing to evolve.
And that one falls for Monroe. Well, Greg, the thing about Monroe, we knew he was a prolific scorer and a rebounder when he was a 5-star recruit out of high school. So Clark, this is nothing new for him.
I think what you see, Kevin, is the added muscle coming into play and benefiting. He's just an average athlete, but being stronger makes him more effective. They should be in front right now, but he'll be relieved not to have come up totally empty there.
51 seconds left here in the 3rd quarter. Livingston kicks to Pachulia. Here is Livingston. 6 points for him. The feed to Pachulia. Young dishes to West. Puts it up from 12. Shot no good. And Toronto will come the other way. A floater. Can't get it to go. The Warriors have gone even 5 of 10 on shot attempts in the 3rd. Livingston kicks it to West. Young in the corner. And released it in time, but it's off the mark. We're at the end of the 3rd, and we've still got a close one. Raptors lead by 2. And when we return, we'll get the 4th quarter rolling right here on 2K Sports. Thanks for joining us again as we get set for the 4th quarter. A terrific game so far. Raptors with the lead. It's the Splash Brothers, Curry and Thompson. They're in the backcourt. Iguodala out there with Durant, and it's Green in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. That's the Warriors' 5. Now here's Leonard. He kicks it to Lowry. No good on the triple. And here is Durant. To the inside. Green. That's good. And a nice assist from Durant. Durant's got 3 assists in the game.
Nothing too fancy, just simple execution. That's getting the job done when they need to make every possession count.
Completely agree with that, Clark. They need stops and really can't afford any wasted possessions. Those inside shots are nice, high percentage looks.
Lowry with the ball, picked up by Thompson. The drive by Lowry. Green passes to Ibaka. Drops it in from 14 feet away. And the Raptors lead by 2.
When they pulled up from mid-range, more often than not, they buried.
And that shot might not be the #1 option, but if the D will give it to you and you get it in rhythm, that's the one you take.
Now here's Curry. Lays it in without an inch of room around him. Curry's got the game tied up here for the Warriors.
And they'll be counting on even more points from him. That's essential if they're going to pull this game out.
And the Raptors call time here.
And guys, you talk about ascendant stars in the NBA, none brighter than Steph Curry, the leading vote getter for the All-Star game a season ago. But what I love, he doesn't let it go to his head. I mean, he remains grounded and focused on winning.
What I like, though, about Stephen Curry also is his demeanor, Clark. He cheers on his teammates, keeps his head up through adversity. He does it all.
Yeah, he's pretty much unflappable. He's level-headed, and he puts his teammates first. That's what makes him a championship-caliber superstar.
Doris Burke has an update for us. Doris?
Yes, Kevin. Dwayne Casey was just going over the plan with his team. With the game still up for grabs, he simply told his guys, we're right there. Stay focused, execute, and get it done. Kevin, let's see how it plays out.
Marc Gasol's checked in for Toronto. Now here is Lowry. Feeds to Leonard. Ibaka outside. 6 on the shot clock. Launches a 3. And again, no good by Toronto. Golden State's gone 3 of 6 tonight when they've let it fly from downtown. Curry dishes to Durant. And unable there to get the go-ahead bucket.
He's not exactly striping them from deep. He had 1 3-ball in the first half. Still bagels in the second.
Ibaka wide open. He finds. That falls. Nice feed that time from Kyle Lowry. And it's 8 points for Serge Ibaka. And guys, Serge Ibaka's production was just a little off last season. We're not talking, big number changes. We're talking small dips in a number of categories.
Well, one category where he did really fall off, though, Kevin, was field goal percentage. A career 53% shooter, he dropped down to 47.
Now a timeout called by Golden State.
And getting back to Ibaka, everything changed for him the minute Kevin Durant was lost last season. I mean, defenses could focus on him, and he was the Thunder's only front court scoring threat. And as much as he's improved on offense, he still has neither the flexibility nor skill set to be a guy that can be considered a first or second option offensively.
Now here's Durant. Trying to break that ice-cold streak.
Went for the two-hander on that slam. That's where the weight room comes into play, Kevin.
I think some urgency from him there.
I think he's sensing that this is a critical time in the game, fellas.
Green kicks to Leonard. Outside Lowry. Gasol is screen on Curry. The drive by Lowry. And the wide open shot from Green. Drains the three-pointer. And the Raptors lead by 3.
Talking about Ibaka, last season was good for his growth. I mean, he got a taste of what it's like to be the first or second scoring option rather than an afterthought. Now it's up to him to take that experience and convert it into improvement.
And now both teams really in a groove.
This game already, guys, was high scoring, but they've really amped and ramped it up to another level down the stretch.
Here's Lowry following the score by Golden State. He feeds it to Ibaka. Green gets to Gasol. Got it. Number 7 on the night. 7 for 11 from the floor.
Well, check out that assist. That's a pair of teammates that are clearly on the same page.
Lowry against Curry. Passes it to Green. Durant up top. Green, the screen. In the corner, Iguodala with it. Gasol with the rebound. Toronto leading by 3. Lowry kicks to Leonard. Gasol, no good.
Boy, I tell you what, guys, he's an extremely strong finisher. I'm surprised he wasn't able to power that through the defense.
And Thompson kicks to Durant. Lets it go from deep. Can't get it to go. Great D that time from Green. Outside Lowry. Dish now to Ibaka. Raptors moving the ball around. Green passes to Lowry. Back to Green. Green with the block. And now in transition, here we go. Iguodala. It's stolen by Lowry. Fast break Toronto. Lowry leading the charge. Oh, and the can by Leonard.
And Kevin, maybe the play of the game right there.
A tremendous instincts trade to come up with a steal and then attack the basket.
Game changer right there, guys. An unbelievable play to make it this stage of a really tight ball game.
And Toronto making a change. Monroe's checked in. And a chance for just a second to check out the scoring breakdown for the Raptors.
They've knocked down plenty of mid-range jumpers in this one. That's been big for them.
And the other thing they've done since the beginning of this game is score points and bunches. Easy to see who's going to win that race.
Yeah, early offense is often easy offense. Excellent work that time.
And the Raptors call time here. They're up by 3. We've got 1:13 left in the fourth quarter. Here's Green. And it's Lowry penetrating. Green with the block. Outside Curry. To check it in. And that one's good. Curry's got it all tied up now for the Warriors.
Just such a well-rounded offensive player. He's got a little bit of everything.
And the Raptors call time here. There's a minute left to play here in the fourth. Lowry drives in. Money!
Lowry is small inside, but big in might. And when he gets going, he can be an offensive force.
Warriors have gone 6 of 9 on their field goal attempts since the start of the fourth quarter. Now Curry. To take the lead. Buries it from outside.
No question about it. Curry is on fire.
Lowry against Curry. That's Lowry again missing.
I tell you what, that's too good a look to pass up there. Even though it didn't go, that's one you got to take.
About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. It's Durant on the wing. Shot clock at 5. And lots of contact there. Missing the shot. He'll shoot 2. That one on Monroe.
And you don't ever want to get into the habit of letting the offense get to the rim.
Yeah, I couldn't agree with you more. I mean, that's the message they were sending with that foul. Nothing easy inside.
At the line for 2. So the first one drops, and that will put them up by 2. So he gets them both, and it's a 3-point game.
That last free throw was critical. Their only choice now is to go for the three to tie.
Toronto calls timeout. They trail by 3.
We've got time.
12 seconds left.
Don't have to isolate immediately.
And there's still time left, so they don't necessarily have to go for the three. A quick, easy bucket inside will do.
Well, I think the clock's a little short here for that. I mean, I'm not quite sold on the quick two. I think they've got to look for a quality three to try to tie this thing up based on where the clock is right now.
12 seconds left in the game. It's Gasol missing. And that's an intentional foul.
Yeah, you can't let him hold the ball and just milk those last seconds away.
No, you got to foul. I mean, it's going to come down to free throws here. Foul right away.
Good on the first, and that gives them a 4-point cushion. So he gets them both, and it's a 5-point game.
And that's curtains for him. Some really good work at the charity strike to close this one out.
Outside Leonard to halt the run. So we see the Warriors get the win here. It was a fantastic ball game, and they did a great job making sure it didn't get away from them late.
Yeah, and they got pushed down the stretch, but they did what they needed to do and held their ground when it mattered most and got the W.
And now let's catch up with Doris Burke, who's standing by on the sideline. Doris?
David, obviously a very productive second unit. How does that change this basketball team when they play like that?
I mean, they set the tone. We're a very deep team. Our bench is going to have an advantage most nights.
David, thank you. Kevin, depth always important in the NBA.
Doris, thank you as always. And that'll wrap it up, folks. For Clark Kellogg, Greg Anthony, and Doris Burke, this is Kevin Harlan along with our entire 2K Sports crew. Thanking you for tuning in. See you later.
The 2K Sports postgame show.
Welcome back, Ernie Johnson, along with Shaq and Kenny the Jet. Let's quickly move forward now to the presentation of our Jordan Player of the Game, Kevin Durant.
This was vintage Kevin Durant we saw tonight, fellas. Just tearing it up. He's got the most diverse set of skills out there. From an offensive standpoint, there isn't anything he can't do. And defensively, he can do it as well. It's almost impossible to count all the ways Kevin Durant helps his team.
I don't know if there's a fan base that loves their star more than this crowd. Wow. I'm getting jealous, and he feeds off that support. Once they got behind him, he became unstoppable, man.
And that's it for our broadcast here tonight. But we're just getting started on a new season in the NBA. For Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet Smith, Kevin Harlan, and the entire 2K Sports crew, I'm Ernie Johnson. We'll see you again soon.
여전한 입조차 쉽고 일 없어 잠 못 들던 그때보다 조금은 일었어 우리는 바보처럼 몸으로 부딪히면서 배웠어 넘어질 때마다 일었어 다시 고쳤었지 이력서 눈부신 성공의 신바람 잠시나마 불어봤던 휘파람 한국도 퇴근하기 전에 그림자처럼 날 따라온 비바람 시기 질투 기대 압박을 못 이긴 몇 번의 실축 자만 나태함 속에 던졌던 말로 홈런을 맞는 실투 다 끝 난가가 탔지만 우린 우리 앞길을 막지마 라고 외치며 마음을 다잡곤 했었지 진짜 한치 앞도 안 보이는 가시밭길에서도 절대 유턴 없이 잘 봐라 늘 이러고 의지하면서 둘이 딱 붙어갔지 비극 지금 기가 아프지만 지나고 보면 웃음 나오는 희극 그래서 우린 지금을 참고 살아 난 미쳤다 생각하면서 keep dreaming 희망이란 끈 잡고 살아
이 험한 현실에서 아직 붙잡아두고 싶은 꿈 넘고 힘든 삶은 능선에서 때론 포기하고 싶은 꿈 너와 천천히 오래 걷고 싶어 until the end of time 지금 난 간절히 원해 한 조각의 peace of mind 헤야오 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 이 도시에서 멍 때리는 것조차도 사치 버릇처럼 내가 나를 착취해 경추 쪽은 딱딱해지고 의식에 붙은 각질 모두 위맑은 땀 대신 날 적시는 건 진땀이네 잠든 시간에도 문제들이 쌓여 눈 뜨자마자 결정해도 아직 익숙치 않은 타협 시간을 도마 위에 식재료 썰듯 안 하면 하루는 순서가 뒤섞인 음식처럼 망가져 지쳐도 경계하네 공허와 허무 불안감 속에서 상기하네 15년 전 빈 털터리의 여유 억울해도 납득돼 35년간의 필름이 어쩌면 수치 맞은 삶 건축된 우리의 이름이 길르니 어두워지지 않게 서로를 비판하고 세상을 보는 시선 삐딱하게 얼굴에 피어난 주름은 당연해 마치 아파치는 페이스 평가는 다 끝난 다음에 핵인 인생의 레이스 이 험한 현실에서 아직 붙잡아두고 싶은 꿈 넘고 힘든 삶은 능선에서 때론 포기하고 싶은 꿈 너와 천천히 오래 걷고 싶어 until the end of time 지금 난 간절히 원해 한 조각의 peace of mind 헤야오 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 헤야오
뭐 사실 조금 때 같아 곧 내 같아 곧 다니는 건 달라지고 빨라졌지만 결국 가는 데 같아 질리게 겪어도 사랑 때문에 애 같아 이럴 때 보면 나도 아직 애 같아
I got him!
지금 난 간절히 원해 한 조각의 pizza
Got a fresh line up, yeah, fresh outfit. About to have the parking lot on smash.
It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
When will they be a title contender again?
Soon.
Can you be more vague?
Sooner than you think?
Later than I know.
All I know is it's time to go to Kevin Harlan with the call.
Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave? Oh, land of the free and the home of the
The sold-out home of the 76ers. We'll see Los Angeles and the Philadelphia 76ers. Thanks for tuning in, everyone, to this broadcast of NBA basketball on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan, and here with me tonight, Greg Anthony, Clark Kellogg, and Doris Burke reporting from the sideline. So Philadelphia will get the first possession. Noel dishes to Roten. Here's Covington. There's the feed to Okafor. And fouled hard that time. He'll get to the line and shoot two. The Lakers weren't very good at all last season, Clark, and they just didn't have any teeth in their road game.
Well, you know, they shot threes on the road well, Kevin. Top percentage in the league, as a matter of fact. Still, they just couldn't hold on to lead shots.
This is his first free throw of the game.
And the Lakers would end with a road record of 9-32. That is a franchise worst for them, and sums up the year they had away from Staples.
You know, looking at the Lakers, a big thing for them as we get back to their road woes is they didn't win a single game on the road in their division. In a word, That's terrible.
And now the Lakers starting group. Kobe is out there with Lou Williams. Then it's Randall. Then there's Nick Young. And it's Hibbert in at the 5 spot. Here's Randall, and it's good. With time running down on the shot clock.
And how about that? Just an easy way to get on the board.
And just like that, Greg, the first lead belongs to them.
And Noel kicks to Covington. Noel, a screen on Young. Covington passes to Noel. Drilled from 11 feet out. First quarter, just over a minute played. Philadelphia on D. Outside, Kobe. Young in the corner. Over in the corner, Williams. Shot clock at 6. And Roy Hibbert, the bucket on the assist by Williams.
Well, Merry Christmas. I mean, that was a freebie.
And Philadelphia has possession. Here's Roten. Hibbert pulls it in. Philadelphia on D. On the wing, Kobe. He's covered by Roten. And it's back to the basket for over 5. That'll be a turnover. Guys, what a nice surprise Tony Roten was last season, especially effective taking over at the point, Clark, with Michael Carter-Williams gone.
Yeah, Roten put up a career-high 5 assists per game and really worked hard at the defensive end as well. He's one of the few talents on the Sixers roster that hadn't been traded away.
Now here's Williams. Tony Roten missing his last shot. Bryant can't get it to go. Now the 76ers on the break. Here's Noel. Makes a big high bounce and goes in.
He always knows where his teammate's going to be, and Kevin, that will let him put the ball where he wants it, right waiting for him.
Now here's Bryant. Los Angeles with another miss. And here we go. Sprint, Roten's got it. Thompson with the bucket.
A strong move to the basket there. Nice power to get that up and in.
Lakers have gone 2 for 4 from the field so far today. Outside Williams. Hibbert against Okafor. Outside for Kobe. And it goes as the official calls the foul. Count it. He'll shoot one more at the free throw line.
Another nice bucket down low. They've really been able to work the ball into the post effectively so far.
Yeah, and I think we're going to see them operating a lot of their offense from the interior today. And, you know, one thing that comes to mind with Kobe is his incredible dedication to winning. I mean, you wonder if that has turned off potential free agents. Maybe he's a bit too competitive, but, you know, when you're in the business of competing, hard for me to imagine you can be too competitive.
Now, here's Roten. Shot misses. Great D that time from Hibbert. It's Young on the wing. Passes to Hibbert. And stolen by Roten. And up the floor again. The 76ers running the floor. Lakers have gone 3 of 5 shooting the ball so far. With Kobe and his competitiveness, it is something that he's coped with. Said it took him a while in the league, Clark, to realize not everyone loves basketball as much as he does.
Yeah, you know, even if you don't have the same kind of drive that has propelled Kobe all these years, I think you have to respect him for it. It shouldn't be a problem for potential free agents, in my opinion.
Here's Roten following the 3 by the Lakers. Lets it go from 11, and he knocks down the jumper. Roten's got his first bucket in this one.
And really smart to draw his man out to the perimeter. He's giving up too much size to be effective inside.
Showed nice basketball IQ. I agree, Greg. I mean, if he finds his spot on the perimeter and doesn't force it, I think his outside shot will be hard to block no matter who's defending.
Hibbert dishes to Bryant. They shoot again. Well, it was only a matter of time, but they finally get the bucket. Bryant's got 5. The 76ers trail by 4. And the 76ers decide to take their first time out here.
Kobe Bryant is such a great all-around player. I mean, if there's one thing people don't talk about, it's his passing. He's 4th overall in assists amongst active players.
And going back to Kobe Bryant, guys, he had to learn the same thing that Michael Jordan had to learn on his own. To win championships, you have to trust your teammates and not take everything upon yourself.
Yeah, Kobe learned from the best and played with some of the best. So you can't ask for a better way to spend a career.
And the 76ers with a completely new group now. And Los Angeles will go for a different look here. Sacre, he's checked in for Hibbert. Bass comes in for Julius Randle. Russell, he's checked in for Lou Williams. And it's Clarkson in for Kobe. Poke loose. It's stolen by Bass. Goes up. It's deflected. Here's Stauskas, defended by Young. They get it back. Jackson kicks to Embiid. Off target at the rim.
Rebounding is going to be the focal point for them in this one, fellas. I can feel it.
It always is, and it has been so far, and they've gotten a nice edge on the glass.
Here's Sacre. Outside, Russell. 6 on the shot clock. The Lakers need to get a shot off here. Sacre's shot is off. The 76ers trail by 4. Here's Cannon, and it's sent back by Russell. Down low, here's Young, and that one is hammered home.
And very little fight put up by the defense as he made his way to the bucket for the jam.
They did seem to take the cautious approach, Greg, when it came to defending that one. You're right.
And, guys, it's not the time for caution now. I mean, they've got to be aggressive and take some risks to see if they can cut that lead down.
Feeds it to Landry. On the wing, Jackson. Back to Landry. Here's Cannon. Shot's good. And so the first quarter is in the books. Lakers lead by 4. And don't go away. We'll be back with the action for the start of the second quarter in just a moment. And speaking with Roy Hibbert before the game, he helped illuminate their defensive philosophy. When you have that sort of focus like Hibbert, that kind of confidence on display on a nightly basis, Greg, you are a game changer, and he does change games every night.
You know, and we saw his skill set and execution develop very rapidly over the course of just a couple years. He worked extremely hard to become the force he is on the interior in this game.
And the first quarter is in the books. Second about ready to get underway. And taking a look at the Lakers' performance here, what have they been doing or not doing in the game?
It's all about their defense. They have just done a terrific job of negating the timing and spacing of their opponent.
Every shot is challenged and challenged well.
Stauskas is out there with Carl Landry. And there's Jackson. Then it's Tony Roten. And it's Embiid in at the 5, roaming the paint. That's the group in the game for the 76ers. Now here's Kobe. 7 points in the game. Fader on the way. Again, the miss by Kobe.
He just has not been able to get into that groove yet, guys. But as a whole, it hasn't affected them too much.
And typically, he has the touch to finish when he's in tight, but not sure on that possession.
Nick Stauskas had some great moments on the court last season, guys, but perhaps his most memorable contribution was his nickname of Sauce Castillo. It came out of nowhere, but it stuck with him, and he's going with it. I'd love to hear the story behind that.
Clark, as you were talking about Nick Stauskas, he earned the name Sauce Castillo last year. Came about with a bad translation on a Kings game. referred to him as that name in closed caption.
And guys, credit to Stauskas because he ran with it, made the most of the opportunity, even launched his own sauce, Castillo hot sauce. And I can't attest to if the sauce is any good, Kevin, but I'm still waiting for a taste test.
I am too. Put it on what? And put on bread and crackers and hamburgers. Okay, we'll try it. We'll try it. Now, here's Thompson. Okafor with the screen on Kobe. Covington, a picture-perfect screen play, and the jumper's good.
You know, the defense has got to do a much better job of fighting over those screens.
And, Greg, especially when the ball is in his hands. I mean, come on now. You know he doesn't miss too many open looks like that. Crisp pass into the paint.
The Lakers in the lead. Outside, Russell. Hibbert with the screen. Russell kicks to Hibbert. And stolen by Roten. Noel passes to Thompson. That puts them in the lead. Thompson's got his second bucket of the game to go. And a breakdown here, guys. The hustle stats for the 76ers.
They've come out in attack mode on the defensive end. They've applied pressure and forcing turnovers.
They also came out of the locker room with their running shoes on. I mean, their transition game has been full throttle.
And guys, looking at Roy Hibbert, just a mountain of a man, listed these days at about 7'2", 290 pounds, with a wingspan of a pterodactyl. I mean, a true game changer inside when he's motivated and on his game.
Julius Randle's checked in for Brandon Bass. And both free throws good for Roy Hibbert. Well, talking about Roy Hibbert, he doesn't just have size. He has a strong lower body, too. Very hard. And you know this, Spark. You worked for the organization. You saw it firsthand. Very hard to back that guy down in the post.
Yeah, and for years he's worked on ways to complement that size with improved training and footwork, even indulging in MMA one off season. I'll tell you what, he'd be one scary super heavyweight if he went the full distance in MMA.
Agreed. Now here's Kobe. He has 7. Back to Russell. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Okafor with the steal. And here we go. Roten heading to the hoop. Hammers it home. A polish off the hoop. Clark, we've seen the lead change hands quite a bit in this one.
Yeah, we sure have. I mean, it's been a bit of a windshield wiper game. I mean, back and forth, the lead has gone 5 times. So no one in clear control yet.
And, guys, I think each team knows they can win this game. It's just a matter who can catch that momentum.
And so it's the Lakers with it after the Sixers pick up 2. Thompson outside. Out of the dish to Okafor. Now here's Roten. He's defended by Randle. And it's Noel missing. Lakers have gone 1 of 3 to start out the second quarter. And Williams, here we go. There's the pass to Randle. 5 on the clock. Trying to break that ice-cold streak. Kobe misses.
The shooting numbers just aren't there yet in the quarter. And guys, the Spurs coaching tree extends pretty far these days. Coach Brett Brown, another former member of the Spurs staff, to be leading an NBA team. And it doesn't really matter who starts the break with how he runs the floor. He seems to always be the one who finishes.
Yeah, he is so fun to watch and how he attacks the rim at full speed like that, man. It's something to behold the way that guy gets to the rim.
And Philadelphia calls time here.
Yeah, I think he just sees some things that can be improved and wants to get everybody back on the same page.
And usually that, to me, is a good use of the timeout. I mean, if there's something that he's noticed that can give his team a lift, I think he's got to try to take advantage of that.
Sixers will go for a different look here. Joel Embiid. He's checked in for Okafor. Landry comes in for Nerlens Noel. Stauskas is checked in for Hollis Thompson. And it's Cannon in for Roten. And then for the Lakers, Sacre is checked in for Hibbert. Young comes in for Bryant. And it's Jordan Clarkson in for Russell. Here's Cannon. Easy layup after coming off the pit. But this tug-of-war game continues.
You know what? And they just keep flip-flopping the lead again and again and again.
And, guys, that's lucky number 7 already in this game.
And Young kicks to Randall. Back to Young. 1:10 left in the first half. Hits it from three-point range. Young's got 8 points.
This has been a thriller. You cannot say enough about the way these two teams have competed.
All indications, Greg, are that this game is going down to the wire. I mean, I'd be surprised, actually shocked, if it ended any other way. I'll tell you what, that's just a major unforced error right there, guys. My goodness.
Jackson, he's checked in for Robert Covington. The 76ers trail. Kicks to Stauskas. Now here's Embiid. He hasn't yet put up any points in this one. Here's Jackson. Philadelphia started to create a little bit of an identity last season after all their transactions, Clark, and shifting around. They settled down and came together.
Yeah, and I tell you, it looks like the identity will be the Sixers being a defensive team going forward. Offense has its fits and starts with defensively. They found some traction.
Brandon Bass is checked in for the Lakers. And he can't hit the second.
The game has been very close in a lot of areas, but rebounding has been the one differentiator thus far.
And, Greg, we've seen it time and time again in games. Effort and determination on the glass can make up for a lot of other weaknesses.
Misses. For Philadelphia, they've gone 6 of 10 from the floor here in the second quarter. Hits, count that one from Stauskas.
They are not rotating nearly quickly enough on defense down low. Got to get quicker there.
Just no resistance on the interior.
Now, here's Clarkson. Defense is right there.
And that's a punch to the jaw. This game as tight as it can be, and he pulls something off that we might not even see in the All-Star game, Kevin.
But, Clark, I don't know that he planned it out too far in advance. That was one of those things that just happened.
I think it was premeditated.
I really don't. I think that he's one of those guys that just plays off of instinct, and they don't mind him making those kinds of plays, even in a close game.
And the replay, of course, presented by Kia. What a play. And we're through the first half of basketball here, and what's been a good one. Lakers ahead, leading by a point. And time now to go courtside as we send you over to Doris Burke from the sideline. Doris?
Gentlemen, I'm here with Roy Hibbert. And, Roy, what do you think the team needs to do coming up in the second half?
I think we need to take care of the ball on the offensive end, get back, but got to do a better job of just controlling the pace of the game. You give a little bit of leeway, but I think we can do a better job in that aspect.
Roy, as always, we appreciate the time. Gentlemen, back to you.
Thank you so much, Doris. Great interview as always. Don't go anywhere, folks. We'll be back with the second half of basketball shortly.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Ernie Johnson here again with Kenny Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. We welcome you back to the 2K Sports Halftime Show. A competitive matchup for the Lakers in the first quarter. The biggest lead for them during the period was 6. They were outscored by just a bit in the second quarter as they go into the break now holding just a 1-point advantage. And let's get your thoughts, Kenny, on the Lakers.
One advantage has been their stellar rebounding. I mean, they're putting bodies on people, competing for the ball. It's simple, really. The team with more possessions has more opportunities to score. Wow.
And over to Shaq. What did you think about Philadelphia?
Well, it was a huge first half for their bench, a.k.a. the others, played pretty good. When you get a boost like this, it always gives a team a lift. And given how well the others are contributing, we'll probably continue to see more minutes for them in the second half. Starters or not, when players are producing, you got to ride them, cowboy.
And that'll do it for now as the second half of our game is about to get underway. Kevin Harlan has the call.
And it's been a back-and-forth game so far with no ground given through the first half. Third quarter starting here now.
It's been a nice game for Nick Young. He has 8 points. He's picked up 6 points from behind the arc.
I love the rhythm his outside stroke has produced today.
The Lakers in the lead.
And a lot of teams are looking for coaches that embrace analytics and look at data-driven approaches. Coach Scott is not one of those guys. He's an old-school coach who goes with his own perception.
Third quarter action getting rolling right now, brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Here's who's on the floor. So for the Lakers right now, we've got Nick Young. Roy Hibbert is out there with Randall. And there's Bryant, and it's Williams at the shooting guard position. And here's Kobe. He kicks to Williams. Pass to Randall. It's deflected and stolen by Noel. Here's Roten, and he goes strong with the one-handed jam.
How about the sharp steal and then run out? It looks like they're ready to put the hammer down.
Well, we've been waiting for one of these teams, Greg, to pull away. Maybe that'll be a springboard for them.
Could be. A dunk like that coming off a great defensive play has to build some momentum.
And former coach of the year, Byron Scott, now with the Lakers. And as you said, Greg, he's not an analytics guy. Clark, I think he's a guy that the eye test for him is huge.
Yeah, he feels a lot. Terrific communicator and storyteller. Great experience as a player and as a champion. I think that all is evident in his coaching style.
Now here's Roten. 6 points for him. Randall brings the double team. Thompson dishes to Roten. 76ers moving the ball around. Outside, Kobe. Young left side. Again, Young missing.
Still a bit chilly from the field at the start of this third quarter. 1 of 4 so far.
Dishes it to Thompson. Here's the teardrop. Young outside. Back to Bryant. Hibbert against Noel. The 11-footer. And it's in after a nice bounce off the right side. 6 points for Roy Hibbert. The 76ers trail by 3. Roten kicks to Covington. To tie. Good.
Of all the guys you want to leave open out on the perimeter, he is the absolute last guy on the list. Attention to detail. Know your personnel.
So timeout called here. The first for Los Angeles. Well, the plan has been obvious now, Clark, for a while. The 76ers really loading up on young players, letting them see a lot of minutes, and we're hoping it's going to bear some fruit, as you like to say, coming up.
Exactly, and it will in time because they've accumulated some really nice young talent, Kevin.
And with the 76ers, it's not just on the floor that they have stifled the progress. That they've taken 2 top picks knowing they would sit out a full year just to rehab injury.
And the Lakers making a change here. Russell's checked in. A little over 2.5 minutes off the clock in this final half of play.
You know, one thing few people talk about with the Sixers, this plan of building through the draft and with young players, what if it actually works to their benefit? Then it will become a copycat strategy, because we know in the NBA, it's a herd mentality if something works.
Now here's Roten, following the miss by Kobe Bryant. That gives them the lead. Thompson's got 6 points.
Boy, such outstanding patience and decision-making for them offensively.
Absolutely. Their ball movement has been outstanding, and they're piling up the assists.
Now here's Bryant. He's got 9. 6 on the shot clock. Just under 3.5 minutes played here in the third quarter. Again, the miss by Kobe. Thompson in the corner. Here's the triple. The shot is off. So the Lakers will take it the other way. Kobe with it, and Roten picks him up defensively. Outside Bryant. Looking to get it going, and it's good on the layup. Kobe's got 4 points this quarter.
They're forcing the ball inside, and it's working beautifully.
It really is. 5 out of 6 of their last field goals have come from the paint.
And Philadelphia calls time here. As the teams head into this timeout, a chance for the coaches now to map out some plays for the next few minutes, and a chance for the players to rehydrate with some Gatorade. That's important if they want to make sure they don't wear down later in the game.
Absolutely. Over the course of a game, you have to stay hydrated.
And the 76ers will go for a different look here. Embiid, he's checked in for Okafor. Landry comes in for Noel. Nick Stauskas is checked in for Robert Covington. And it's Jackson in for Hollis Thompson. The Lakers also changing it up. Sacre is checked in for Hibbert. Bass comes in for Julius Randle. And it's Clarkson in for Kobe. Now, here is Young. Tony Roten missing his last shot. Bass passes to Sacre. Can't get it to fall. Philadelphia's gone 1 of 3 from downtown since halftime. Here's Stauskas. The Lakers with the rebound. Fast break, the Lakers. Young's running. He feeds it to Clarkson. He dishes it to Russell. There's 1:17 left in the third quarter. Now, here's Clarkson. He's covered by Roten. And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here.
Hey, guys, the Lakers last season were just a completely different team after Kobe's injury. Not so much in results, but just in how they played on the floor. They actually fared better without Kobe than most thought they would.
And they now lead as the free throw drops for him. And for the Lakers, without Kobe last season, it was really a stark difference in styles of play and quality. No single person. Clark stepped in to carry their offense. It took a group effort.
Well, you know, it was almost April, Kevin, before somebody surpassed Kobe in field goal attempts on the team. It'll be interesting to see how they build the offense this year.
Here's Cannon. From the line. That's tipped. One-on-one here. Here's Clarkson. Sinks it from just inside the baseline. Clarkson's got 4 points in the quarter.
You always hear about chemistry. That's a perfect example, knowing where each other is at all times.
Jackson kicks to Embiid. Outside Jackson. Embiid the screen. That one's good. The Laker lead is cut down to just 2 points with the bucket from Jackson.
How about the way he's able to angle his body to shield the big fella off and still get the finish?
You've got to be clever with your sleight of hand when you get inside and try to finish against the bigger guys. And he made it look easy that time.
Here's Clarkson. 76ers getting the bucket. Pass to Russell. This one for 3. And Embiid pulls it down. And now Philadelphia in the break. Here's Stauskas. Can't connect from 14 feet out. We're at the end of the third, and we've still got a close one. Lakers lead by 2. Live from Philadelphia, you're watching 2K Sports. We've got a great game on our hands as we welcome you back. The fourth quarter of action getting started. And Philadelphia has possession. A 2-point game. We've got Thompson. Nerlens Noel is out there with Okafor. Then it's Robert Covington, and it's Cannon in at the 1 spot. That's the group on the floor for Philadelphia. Now here's Noel. 6 to shoot. Noel, a screen on Williams. Philadelphia needs to get a shot off. Cannon, and it's sent back by Russell. And pushing it up, here's Los Angeles. Williams leading the charge, and Bryant gets it to go. And breaking down some numbers here, the hustle stats for Los Angeles.
You know, block shots, guys, a clear indicator on the stat sheet of their excellent defense. I mean, leaving them no room to get off any shots.
Yeah, but they've also done a great job of playing in space, getting out in transition every opportunity.
Roten's checked in for Cannon. The Lakers also making some changes. Randall's checked in for Bass. Young is subbed in for Russell. Roten dishes to Covington. Young with the steal. And here we go again. The Lakers on the break. Williams passes to Young. Outside Bryant. Now the feed to Randall. And stolen by Roten. There's Covington. And he makes good on the layup.
Guys, they didn't waste that fast break opportunity. Good aggressive pass to get his teammate to the rim. I love it.
Bryant with it. Ball's not loose. Passes it to Young. Clock at 6. Here's Randall and the reach. Ejected by Young. Up top, Kobe. He's covered by Roten. Here's Hibbert. And we're about 2 minutes into the fourth quarter now. That's good.
You know, it's really going to be all about hard work from this point on. And they worked hard to create that high-quality shot right there.
No question. That's their goal down the stretch here. I think finding those close-range rhythm shots.
And it's Okafor missing.
Well, the effort was there, but he just couldn't quite fight his way through traffic.
Bryant with it. Now guarded by Noel. Randall with a screen for Bryant. And it's Hibbert top of the key. The kick out to Williams. Hibbert with the screen. Williams dishes to Hibbert. Good, and it's Williams who picks up the assist. And now a 6-point Los Angeles lead.
Effective screen set there for the jump shot. That was the key to the play.
And Philadelphia calls time here. And who has been a greater enigma than Roy Hibbert, a guy who can look like an all-star Clark one game and an undrafted free agent the next?
Yeah, it's pretty amazing the kind of swings Roy has had. He's been really good at times. Sometimes he gets in his own way with overthinking things, but I think he's got everything he needs to be an upper-tier center, upper-echelon center. Just has lacked consistency the last year or two.
And now Doris Burke has an update from the sidelines.
Well, over that break, I listened in on Brett Brown's huddle. He doesn't think they've been giving it their all, saying they've been quicker to rebounds, to every loose ball. We got to wake up. The game's slipping away, and we're letting it happen. We have got to take control of this thing. We'll see if he lit a fire under him, guys.
And on the topic of Hibbert, he was an enigma in college, had a very encouraging junior season, looked like a future lottery pick, and then that uninspiring senior season, which kind of dropped his draft stock considerably.
You know, going back to Hibbert, last season was a perfect example of what we're talking about in terms of consistency. One game he puts up 22 and 8, the next game 2 and 1. But you know, every team in the league would like to be in the Roy Hibbert game once the light finally goes on and stays on. Consistency the challenge for Hibbert.
Bryant gets a wide open look. Again, the miss by Bryant.
A key rebound there but they can do a little better on the glass here down the stretch.
Guys, it's been their weakness to this point in the game, but they're still alive.
And the shot is good. Timeout called the Lakers. Well, if you're just tuning in, welcome. We've got about 3.5 minutes gone here in the fourth quarter. Williams kicks to Bryant. From downtown, good. And the Lakers lead by 9.
It took a long time for him to get that first triple. Let's see now, though, if he can get going.
Roden the pass to Okafor. And the dunk to finish it off. A beauty.
Great rise and dime there. He changed gears in midair to make the assist.
And here's Kobe from the arc. And again, it's the Lakers from deep.
And they're going to have a hard time climbing back into this game if they continue to defend like that.
Now here's Roden, guarded by Kobe. Roden battles through traffic and lays it in.
Shaked and baked with the crossover move, and that's what freed him for the score.
And got him on the wrong foot and then just blew by him.
Outside Bryant. 1:37 left in the fourth quarter. Lets it go from 14. The 76ers trail by 8. Here's Roden. Down through the hoop it goes. That's his 5th make on 9 shots from the floor.
Man, he is just really in a flow right now. That field goal percentage has gone through the roof.
Outside, Kobe. Played in with a nice touch off the glass. Bryant's got 12 now in this quarter.
Wow, unconscious has he been this quarter. They're riding that hot hand.
Timeout called the 76ers. They're trailing by 8. 1:04 left in the game. Joel Embiid. He's checked in for Philadelphia. 1:04 left to play in the final quarter. Feeds to Thompson. Noel sets a screen for Thompson. The pick gave him all the room he needed, and he knocks down the J.
And all quarter long, he's been zeroed in and knocks down big shot after big shot here in the fourth.
Now Bryant. Now the dish to Randall. Wide open look. On the clock. Fades. No good off the back of the rim.
That's a shot he's got to hit. You don't get many looks better from that range.
Shot and game clock separated by 5. Good! The Lakers with the ball. They've led by as much as 10. And they commit an intentional foul. We'll see another one of those so they can get into the penalty. 20 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. And so they foul intentionally.
Honestly, just doing what they have to in order to get the basketball back.
That's a good foul, though. I like that. I mean, clock management crucial at this time of the game.
It's the first, and that puts them up by 5. And the second free throw, no good. A tough break there. Timeout called the 76ers. They're down by 5. There's 18 seconds left in the game. Guys, what's your take?
And a quick bucket and a foul is really the only option at this point.
And the important thing about the foul is who you foul. They don't want to send a top-notch free thrower to the line if they can avoid it. That was perfectly designed, Kevin. An easy dunk on that inbounds play.
And they need to stop the clock, so there's a foul. Drops the first one, and that gives them a 4-point cushion. And he is unable to get the second one. And the 76ers call time here. They're losing by 4. There's 14 seconds left in the fourth quarter. What's your take, guys?
You know, and not only do you want to draw up a score here, but it's got to be a quick one.
Yeah, it has to be quick. They've got to convert, and then there has to be an immediate foul.
There's 14 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. Covington inside the line, but he recovers it on the pass to Roten. Thompson from long range. Excellent D there from Williams. Not watching the line there. That'll be a backcourt violation. 76ers ball. So it's Los Angeles taking the W in a close one. This was a hard-fought, well-earned victory for them, Greg. They really had to work for this win.
That's a good point. I mean, weaker teams might have buckled at the end with the crowd amped up, everyone in the building kind of rooting against you, but they stood tall and pulled it out.
Well said. And time now to go courtside as we send you over to Doris Burke from the sideline. Doris?
Kevin, I'm here with Roy Hibbert. Roy, what does this sort of grinded-out win say about your basketball team?
We're a tough team. We like to grind wins out, and you know, sometimes it's not always pretty, but we're trying to get the job done. And our bench did a great job of keeping us in there, so I'm really happy.
A great team effort, Roy. Thank you. Kevin, over to you.
All right, Doris, great job. Thanks so much. And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. For Clark Kellogg, Greg Anthony, and Doris Burke, this is Kevin Harlan along with our entire 2K Sports crew, thanking you for tuning in. We'll see you next time.
The 2K Sports postgame show.
Thank you, Kevin. And now we get a chance to present our Jordan Player of the Game, Kobe Bryant. He had an outstanding fourth quarter where he really shined, pouring it on heavy down the stretch.
Look, how many times have we seen games like this from Kobe? He was the primary option. They needed a bucket. He delivered. His game has evolved in the last few years, but the recipe was working tonight.
Ernie, that is the definition of domination. He took them to school tonight in every possible way. I know there's 10 players on the court, but I only noticed one.
And that's it for our broadcast here tonight. But we're just getting started on a new season in the NBA. For Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet Smith, Kevin Harlan, and the entire 2K Sports crew, I'm Ernie Johnson. We'll see you again soon.